And welcome back to Sports Line Radio. My name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato, and I am broadcasting live from beautiful, sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, the sports and gaming capital of the United States of America. And you're listening to this program right here on 910 AM WUBR CBS Sports Radio in Baton Rouge. And we're going to talk about the horses now. We're going to talk about the 2017 Belmont Stakes. It's the third leg of the Triple Crown. They're going 1.5 miles, Cap. 1.5 miles. None of these horses have ever run 1.5 miles in their life. In their life. The Kentucky Derby was 1.25 miles. The Preakness was 1 mile and 3/16, which is a 16th of a mile less than 1.25 miles. Now they're going to go 1.5 miles. They're going a long way. These horses are going to run 1/4 mile further than they've ever raced in their entire life, and probably will ever race again in their entire life. I mean, I'm not saying they won't ever race 1.5 miles somewhere down the road, but none of these 3-year-old horses have ever run 1.5 miles, and that's what makes the Triple Crown so tough. Not only do you have to win 3 races in 5 weeks, but you got to do it on 3 different tracks in 3 different states, running 3 different distances, including the grueling 1.5 miles at Belmont. And it's, of course, a Grade 1 race. The purse is $1.5 million, 60% of which goes to the winning horse. That would be $900,000. Jockey gets 10% of that. He gets $90,000. Think the trainer, I'm not sure what the trainer gets. It all depends on what kind of deal the trainer has with the owner. We got a full field. A field of 12 are going to make it to the gate tomorrow on Saturday. And post time in Baton Rouge, Central Time, 5:37. For me out here in Las Vegas, 3:37. 3:37, and it's going to be a good race here. Once again, we don't have the Kentucky Derby winner, and we don't have the Preakness winner. So we're going to have a whole new winner altogether. I mean, this year we're going to have a Derby winner, a Preakness winner, and a Belmont winner. But maybe somewhere down the road they'll meet, maybe in the Travers, maybe in the Jim Dandy, maybe in the Breeders' Cup, the Classic, down the road. So even though this race might not be all it's hyped up, what it could be hyped up to be, maybe somewhere down the road we'll have a pretty interesting race, because we're going to have a lot of different winners throughout the Triple Crown season. All right, so the 1-horse Twisted Tom, 20-1 in the morning line. J.J. Castellano in the saddle. J.J. Castellano, he won the Preakness. He won the Preakness, and now he's on this horse, Twisted Tom, Chad Brown, the trainer. And Chad Brown, let me tell you something, he trains pretty good at Belmont Park. He's hitting at a 31% clip this year. 80 races, he's got 25 winners. So the trainer on the 1, Chad Brown, he's stationed at Belmont Park. And J.J. Castellano, he's a regular rider at Belmont Park. He's winning 21% of his races, 23 wins in 107 starts. This horse has never raced at Belmont, at least on the main track. It has run on the turf. I don't know about this horse right here, Cap. I don't know. I mean, the buyer figures, they just aren't there. I mean, the highest buyer figure is a 78. I don't know, man. I like the connections. Chad Brown, the trainer, Castellano, the jockey. At Belmont Park, they win at a 37% clip. Every $2 bet, you get back $2.38. It's almost a 20% ROI for every $2 bet. That's not bad, but I'm going to go elsewhere. The 2 horses, Taprit, with Ortiz up. Todd Pletcher is the trainer. Todd Pletcher, of course, he was the trainer Always Dreaming, the horse that won the Kentucky Derby. This horse ran in the Kentucky Derby, went up at 27-1, and he finished sixth. He was 10.5 lengths from the front. This horse has a lot of class. He ran in the Kentucky Derby, he ran in the Bluegrass, he ran in the Tampa Bay Derby. So this horse, he's got a lot of class here. So he's going to run in the Belmont, no surprise. Ortiz, he's a regular rider at Belmont. He wins at a 18% clip. And Todd Pletcher, the trainer that won the Kentucky Derby, he's a regular at Belmont Park, and he's winning at a 24% clip. He's got 15 winners in 63 races. Taprit is 6-1 on the morning line. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I don't see where this horse can go 1.5 miles. He went 1.25 miles at Keeneland. He was backing up. Then he went 1.25 miles in the Kentucky Derby. He was backing up. I don't see why he wouldn't be backing up here going 1.5 miles. I kind of don't like that horse. We move on, Cap. The 3 horses, Gormley. Victor Espinoza in the saddle, 8-1 in the morning line. John Sheriff, the trainer, brother, the Sheriff's in town. This horse ran in the Kentucky Derby, ran 9th. Went off at 22-1. This is the horse that won the Santa Anita Derby. So this horse, one thing about Gormley, he broke maiden the first time out. Then, of course, all his races were at Santa Anita. Grade 1, Grade 1, Grade 3, Grade 2, Grade 1. Then, of course, first time outside the state of California. Doesn't run too good. He did run, like I said, the Kentucky Derby. He skipped the Preakness. I don't know. I think Gormley, he looks all right. He looks all right, but I'm going elsewhere, Cap. MeatMan's going elsewhere. I'm going elsewhere. For this one right here, we got the 4. J Boys Echo. 15-1 on the morning line. Ran at the Kentucky Derby, ran 15th. We got a jockey change back to Robbie Alvarado. Luis Saez rode this horse last time. Dale Roman's the trainer. 15-1 on the morning line. He won the Gotham Stakes back at Aqueduct. I don't know, man. Man, I tell you, nah. 71 buyer figure last time out, 84 buyer figure out the time before that. He did run a 102 in that win in the Gotham Stakes. But, man, I don't know. The 5 horse, it's got my name in it, Hollywood Handsome. How you like that? A lot of people would just bet that just because when a horse has your name, that's usually a good sign, but we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. 30-1 on the morning line, and deservedly so. I'll be the first guy to admit. 30-1 on the morning line. Guru is the jockey. He was the leading jockey this past meet at the fairgrounds. Dallas Stewart is the trainer. 30-1. I mean, this horse ought to be 1,000-1. It took him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tries to break maiden. 5 tries. Then he runs in a Louisiana Derby, which he ran respectable. He ran in the Illinois Derby respectable. He did win an allowance race at Churchill Downs a couple of weeks ago. Allowance non-winners of 1, 3-year-olds and up. He did go off even money, and he did win the race. So this isn't a bad horse by any stretch of the imagination, but you ain't going to get any of my money right here. The 6 horses Looking at Lee. Looking at Lee. Looking at Lee ran in the Kentucky Derby. Looking at Lee ran in the Preakness. And Looking at Lee is going to run in the Belmont. He's 5-1 on the morning line. And he's got the other Ortiz brother. There's 2 Ortizes that run at Belmont Park, the jockeys. And this is the better of the 2. He's winning at a 19% clip. 160-something races. He's got 31 wins. Steve Asmussen, he is the trainer of Looking at Lee. I got to admit, this horse has a lot of class, man. He didn't break maiden first time out, but he did break maiden the second time out. And then he ran in a stakes race, and then it's been all graded races after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 graded stakes races in a row for Looking at Lee, and I think the only horse that ran in all 3 of the Triple Crown races. It's not a bad horse. I mean, I can tell you right now, he doesn't win a lot, but he's not a bad horse. He's only won 2 times. He broke maiden, and then he won a little 7-furlong stakes race at Ellis Park. But, man, he just doesn't win. He ran second in the Breeders' Cup Futurity. He ran second in the Kentucky Derby, third in the Southwest over at Oaklawn Park. He ran third in the Arkansas Derby over there at Oaklawn Park. One thing about Looking at Lee, he does like to come late. He doesn't quit. He's not a quitter. He's not a quitter. I mean, in the Kentucky Derby, he was 4.5 lengths back, then he was 3 lengths back, then he was 2 3/4 lengths, so he never backed up. Same thing in the Preakness. You know, he was 10, 15 lengths back, then 11, and 8, and 5. So Looking at Lee is always coming. Looking at Lee is always coming. It wouldn't surprise me if Looking at Lee is coming in the Belmont. The deal is Looking at Lee might be getting a little tired. I don't know, man. Looking at Lee, I'm going to probably put him in my Exacta. He'll definitely be in my Exacta, and Looking at Lee will definitely be in my Trifecta. But he's not the horse I think is going to win it. It's not the horse I think is going to win it, Cap. Nope. Nope, it ain't Looking at Lee. The 7 horses Irish War Cry. Now, this was the horse that had run that big buyer figure right before the Kentucky Derby. He ran a 101 buyer figure in the Wood Memorial, a race that he won. Went off at 7-2. He goes off second choice in the Kentucky Derby at 480-1. Always Dreaming was the favorite. And he ran up the track, 10th, 16 lengths from the front. Not good. Not good. He's the favorite for the Belmont. 7-2. The 7 horse has a morning line odds of 7-2. Graham Motion, the trainer. Margaret, the jockey, he stays up. Kind of hard to take him down. He won the Wood Memorial, and then he just, I don't know if it was the track. I don't know what it was, but he didn't show up for the Kentucky Derby. He should be the favorite. The 7 horse Irish War Cry should definitely be the favorite in the race. There's no doubt about it. It is a goofy horse, man. He wins, and he runs 7th, then he wins, then he runs 10th. This is a goofy horse right here, man. This is a goofy horse. He's definitely going to be in my trifecta box. There's no doubt about it. The 7-horse Irish War Cry is definitely going to be in my trifecta box. But he's not the horse that I'm picking to win it either. Nope, that's not him. All right, look, we've done the first 7 horses. We still got 5 more to go to cover the full field for the 2017 Belmont Stakes. So let's take a break. Let's take our final commercial break for today's program. And then when we come back, we'll go over horses 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'll give you the horse I think that's going to win the Belmont. We'll try to throw a little Exacta together, maybe put a little trifecta together. Let's try to make some money. The last leg of the Triple Crown, no Derby winner, no Preakness winner, and that makes it a wide open affair with a chance to make a few dollars. So don't touch it down, Cap. My pick for the 2017 Belmont coming up in the next 15 minutes or so. You're listening to Sports Line Radio with Dave the MeatMan Scandaliato, broadcasting live from beautiful, sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. And you're listening to this program right here on 910 AM, WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge. No glitches? Good. I like that. I like that. I like that. No glitches. So what's the plan this weekend? You gonna watch the LSU games, or the whole city comes to a complete standstill? Man, I tell you, the last thing you want to do is play the guy that used to coach at LSU. You know what I mean? That's the last guy you want to play. Anybody but him. Anybody. So, I don't know. I wish him the best. I'm hoping for the best. They're not doing it. They got to be doing the post-game show, right? They're not doing a post-game show after each game? No, I thought they all started today. So, but they don't. Some of them start on Saturday. I didn't know that. I figured they'd all go Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But obviously, you go Saturday, Sunday, and then some Monday. Yes. All right. And welcome back to Sports Line Radio, a special edition of Sports Line Radio. We're talking about the Belmont Stakes right now. And obviously, the Belmont, unfortunately, not going to be as exciting as it has been in the past. Not only is the Kentucky Derby winner not running, but the Preakness winner's not running. The runner-up in the Preakness isn't running. The Derby runner-up, looking at Lee, is running. So it's pretty much a wide-open affair here. I mean, we got a bunch of horses here that either didn't run in the Derby, didn't run in the Preakness, didn't run in either race. And if you did run in it, you didn't run worth a poop. And we got a bunch of horses that weren't good enough to make it to the Derby and the Preakness. So, man, I tell you, anybody could win this. Anybody could win this. We've gone over the first 7 horses in the race. Now we're going to go over horse number 8. We got Senior Investment. Hill is the jockey. And he ran in the Preakness. He ran third in the Preakness. He ran third. He won the Lexington over there at Keeneland. Kenneth McPeak, the jockey, 12-1 in the morning line. He was 31-1 in the Preakness when he ran third. He was 11-1 in the Lexington when he ran first. So that looks about right. But I can't bet him. I just can't bet this horse. I mean, he's got a nice buyer figure last time out in the Preakness. He's got a 95. And his buyer figures have improved with every race. So 41, 41, 68, 69, 78, 78, 83, 89, and a 95. So I will admit, this horse improves with each race. And that's what it's kind of all about. It's kind of all about getting better with each race. And he doesn't back up. This isn't a horse that backs up. In the Preakness, he was coming strong. He closed 6 lengths in the stretch. When he won the Lexington, coming down the stretch, he was 4 lengths back. He made up those 4 lengths and won the race by a head. So senior investment definitely should like the distance. We'll keep an eye on senior investment as we keep going. The 9 is Meantime. Mike Smith is the jockey. Brian Lynch, the trainer. 15-1 in the morning line. This horse has only won 1 race. Broke maiden, 3rd time out. Then they raced him in the Peter Pan on a sloppy track at Belmont, where he ran 2nd, and he ran a 91 buyer figure. This is an interesting horse right here, Meantime. But I can't bet him. I can't bet this horse, man. I just can't do it. I mean, I can't bet him. I can't bet him. I just can't bet Meantime. It just doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me. I mean, Mike Smith, he's not a regular rider over there at Belmont Park. Now, the trainer is Brian Lynch. He doesn't race a lot of horses, but he does win at a 33% clip at Belmont. 18 starts and 6 wins. So that's pretty good. But, man, I tell you, I don't know. I don't know what to think here. I have a lightly raced horse, and he likes to kind of go to the front. Sometimes he gives it up. Sometimes he doesn't give it up. Hey, I don't know. I don't know about him. I don't know about him. A couple of things I got to go back over. For example, on the 8-horse senior investment, the jockey Hill, he's not a regular rider at Belmont Park either. The trainer, Kenneth McPeak, he's only raced 7 times at Belmont. He don't have any wins yet this year. He's got 3 seconds and 2/3. This Magra guy, he rides at Belmont on a regular basis on the 7-horse Irish War Cry. But he's only winning 8% of his races. He's only winning 8% of his races at Belmont. And the trainer, Graham Motion, he's got 5 wins and 23 starts. On the 6-horse, like you said, I told you that the Ortiz guy, on Looking at Lee, so he's getting the jockey change. That's one of the things I like about Looking at Lee. I like the fact he's getting the jockey change to this Ortiz guy. Steve Asmussen, he started 22 horses at Belmont. He's won 3 times this meet. He's hitting at just a 14% clip. On that 5 horse, the Guru guy, he's not a regular rider at Belmont. He kind of rides, like I said, he's on the fairgrounds, down south kind of circuit. And Dallas Stewart, he hasn't started a horse all meet at Belmont Park. And then the 4, J Boys Echo, Robbie Alvarado, he's not a regular rider at Belmont Park. And Dale Romans, he's only started 1 horse this year at Belmont, where he ran 3rd. That's one of the things you got to look at. That's why we're almost getting to the horse that I like. And one of the things I like about the horse that I like and all of that other good stuff is I like the fact that the jockey and the trainer, they're both regulars at Belmont. The 10 horses multiplier. You got Joel Rosario in the saddle. I like Joel Rosario. He's all right. He's all right. He's a regular rider at Belmont. He's won 19% of his races. He's won 19 races in 98 starts. He's 15-1 on the morning line. You got Brendan Walsh as the trainer. He's only started 2 horses at Belmont this meet. Hasn't won with either of them. I don't know, man. It's just I put multiplier in my Preakness trifecta. I will not be including multiplier in my Belmont trifecta. The 11 horse is the Japanese horse. Epicharis. Whatever the hell that spells. Just say you want the Japanese horse. That's all you got to say. And he's a pretty good horse, there's no doubt about it. He's raced 5 times. He's got 4 wins in a second. He's won almost $1 million. And he ran 2nd in the UEA Derby to grade 2. And he just missed by a nose. Lemaire. Lemaire. That's your jockey. Obviously, he is not a regular at Belmont Park. And the trainer, he is not a regular at Belmont Park either. I mean, I don't know enough about this horse to bet on him. And I'm not. He's 4-1 on the morning line. He's second choice. I can tell you that right now. The shipper from Japan. He's 4-1 on the morning line. Second choice behind the 7, Irish War Cry. I just don't know enough about this horse to tell you about him. You know, all they do is show the name of the race, and then he won it. He won 4 races in a row, and then he ran 2nd. I tell you what, he's always heavily bet. He went up at 6-5, 1-2, 1-9, 2-5. All of those races were in Japan. And then the one time in that UEA Derby, they don't bet over there in Saudi Arabia. Can you believe that? They actually don't bet. These rich guys, they just run the horses and nobody bets. Sounds kind of boring to the MeatMan. All right, the 12 horse, Patch. There he is, Patch. Remember old Patch? That's the one-eyed horse. That's the horse everybody felt sorry for in the Kentucky Derby. And everybody bet Patch, and, well, we all know what happened. Patch ran 14th, 21 lengths from the front. And just goes to show you, never bet your money on a sentimental favorite. Only bet on horses that you think can win the race. Because if you bet on Patch in the Kentucky Derby, you were wasting your money. But maybe not here in the Belmont. Maybe not here. Maybe we got a different story here. I like Patch. He's 12-1 on the morning line. He's trained by Todd Pletcher. Todd Pletcher is obviously the guy that trained Always Dreaming, who won the Kentucky Derby. And the jockey, Johnny Velasquez, who won the Kentucky Derby on Always Dreaming, he's going to ride Patch. And this is the second time he's ridden Patch. He rode Patch down at Gulfstream Park back on February 18th, and he won on him. He's ridden Patch one time, and Patch won the race with Johnny Velasquez up. So I like the fact that Patch is getting Johnny Velasquez as a jockey. And Johnny Velasquez, as we all know, he pretty much owns Belmont Park. 22% rider. 22%. He's got 24 wins in 109 starts. It's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. And Todd Pletcher, once again, he's got 15 wins at Belmont Park this meet in 63 races. That's a 24% clip. So you got this Patch horse that everybody bet in the Kentucky Derby because people felt sorry for him because he's only got one eye. Then he doesn't run in the Preakness. Now he's going to run in the Belmont. Now everybody go, why wouldn't he be a sentimental horse in the Belmont? Well, because nobody's going to bet the race. Just regular horse players. And nobody's going to feel sorry for Patch. None of the guys I know that go to the OTB parlor or hang out in the sports book. And without a Kentucky Derby winner, without a Preakness winner, without a Triple Crown up for grabs, there's not a lot of people going to be watching the race. Just your regular degenerate horse players, everyday players like the MeatMan. And that's why at 12-1, I think he's all right. Now, here's what I really like about Patch. His daddy, Union Rags, he won the Belmont a couple of years ago. Union Rags won the Belmont with Johnny Velasquez in the saddle. How you like that? So the guy running Patch, racing Patch, riding Patch, rode Patch's dad, Union Rags, in the Belmont and won the race. And then Patch's mom, her daddy, AP Indy, he won the Belmont. So you got breeding on both sides. Patch was bred to run, brother. Patch was bred to run in the Belmont. His daddy won the Belmont. His mama's daddy won the Belmont. And this horse all about breeding right here. You got the trainer, Todd Pletcher. He's won 2 Belmont Stakes. Johnny Velasquez, the jockey, he's won 2 Belmont Stakes. I think this horse is a real sleeper here, Cap. I think Patch is an absolute sleeper at 12-1. Like I said, man, he's got the connections. Johnny Velasquez, Todd Pletcher. His dad won the Belmont. His mom's dad won the Belmont. The price is right, 12-1. People that bet Patch in the Derby, they're never going to bet another cent on Patch ever again. And that means we're going to get a good price on this horse. We're going to get 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-1 on Patch. And that's the horse we're going to take, the 12 horse in the 11th race Saturday at Belmont Park. The Belmont Stakes, the Grade 1. We're going to take the 12 horse Patch, 11, 12. And of course, we're going to bet across the board, win, place, and show. The horse wins, we're going to do great. If he runs second, we're going to make money. If he runs third, we're at least going to get our money back. We'll bet on Patch, the 12 horse, in the 2017 Belmont. All right, now who are we going to put Patch with? We're going to put him with the 7 horse, Irish War Cry. We're going to put him with the 6 horse, Looking at Lee. And we're going to put Patch with the 8 horse, Senior Investment. So we're going to make our Exacta box 6, 7, 8, 12. That's a 4-horse box. And then we're going to play a 4-horse trifecta box 6, 7, 8, 12. So the win, place, and show on the 12-horse Patch. Make a 4-horse Exacta box 6, 7, 8, 12. And then that's for $1. And then a $1 trifecta box, that's going to cost you $24, 6, 7, 8, 12. The $1 Exacta box is going to cost you $12. The tri box, 6, 7, 8, 12 is going to cost you $24. And then you can pick whatever you want to do with the win, place, and show on the 12 Patch. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio. Hope everybody enjoyed the special edition of Sportsline Radio, the Belmont edition. Hopefully we can pick a winner. Want to thank my man Don back in the studio. Everything went smooth as can be. My man TK, Tommy Chrysan, who helped me get the spot here. And, of course, the owner of Pelican Sports TV, my man Alan. Make sure you bet with your head, not over cap. Money management is the key to making money betting sports and the horses. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline. All right, I appreciate everything. The equipment worked. I tell you, it's amazing. You move 1,500 miles away and it works fine. When you're 90 miles away, it only works like crap. And when you're 1,500 miles away, it works no problem. It's kind of weird. All right. Good luck. I'll be listening next week. Hopefully LSU wins, man, because Jesus, God almighty. Yes. All right. That is going to wrap it up for this edition of Sportsline Radio, the Belmont Stakes. Don't forget, it's going to be run on Saturday, June the 10th. Out here in Las Vegas, 3:37 p.m. Pacific time, post time 6:37 p.m. Eastern time. You're looking for the MeatMan's best bet for Saturday's Belmont card? Give me a call. Toll free, 888-375-2710, 888-375-2710. You're going to talk directly with me, the MeatMan, Dave Scandaliato, 888-375-2710. As always, I want to thank everybody who tuned in. We do this program every Friday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time on 9:10 a.m. WUBR CBS Sports Radio, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You can listen to the program live on PelicanSportsTV.com. That's PelicanSportsTV.com. And, of course, you can always watch the rebroadcast on YouTube.com. As always, my name is Dave, the MeatMan Scandaliato. Thank you for watching and listening today, and I'll see you in 167 hours right here on Sportsline.